A woman signing in a classroom, a voice actor interprets.
Penilvaginal, penetration, sometimes called sexual intercourse, is when an erect penis is inserted into a lubricated vagina.
The woman signs to camera.
Well, was that easy for you to listen to? Can you imagine some deaf, deafblind, deaf-disabled, hard of hearing, and late deafened students are receiving their sexuality education this way? No, I'm not kidding. This was my experience when I was in middle school. My name is Bethany, and my sign name is Bye Bye. As a deaf sexuality educator, I've heard so many stories where deaf students of all ages are deprived from their rights to be educated about their bodies. Often, interpreters are more concerned about how the deaf students' classmates, who can hear, would react when they see sexuality in ASL. Or it's the interpreters themselves that feel uncomfortable with these signs. Indeed, it is very visual. But this shouldn't be a barrier to deaf students from receiving education they deserve in order to know their bodies and have healthy interpersonal relationships. Language barriers aren't just inconvenient and frustrating. They're dangerous too. According to a statistic put out by the Washington Coalition of Sexual Assault Programs, 54% of boys who are deaf have been sexually abused, compared to 10% of hearing boys. 50% of girls who are deaf have been sexually abused, compared to 25% of girls who are hearing. While an overwhelming 96% of adults in the US believe that it's important to have sex education in school, we don't always do a good job of providing it. And we're even worse at making sure that this crucial education is accessible to students who are deaf. If deaf youth are not going to learn in school, nor at home, where are they supposed to learn and understand their bodies better? To learn to celebrate and protect themselves? I decided to become a sex educator to provide the sex education resources that I needed when I was younger. I created my own free online video series that is accessible for the deaf community. And I teach classes for deaf K-12 and higher education students. I also offer customized training for professionals and community organizations that work with deaf youth. While it's important for deaf youth to have deaf mentors like myself, we still need you to break down these barriers. Encourage educators and parents in your community to join you in promoting accessible, accurate, and empowering sex education for deaf youth. Language access equals having healthy and authentic conversations about sexuality equals leading a healthier and happier life.
To learn more about Bethany and her work, visit BethanyGehman.com. Written and directed by Bethany Gehman. For more videos from the Storytellers series, visit rootedinrights.org/storytellers.